John, how much is Arkansas, their style of 40 minutes of hell like no one? How much do they want to try to do that?
They're playing that way. They're playing that way, offensively, motion, into driving and attacking. If you pick and rolls, get it up quick, get a shot off quick, go rebound it. Offensively, denying, switching, being active, trapping. They're doing a good job of it. They shoot the ball well. They shoot it from the three. They shoot the twos well, and they shoot free throws at 70%. So it's not a game you can go down there and throw a bunch of clunkers on because you're going to have a problem. And I think that what Florida did is they made some shots, but they also got a lot of drop-offs. They got a lot of off-the-penetration kickouts.
You talked to Vanderbilt about sort of how happy you are with the progress, steady progress. Andrew's making how much of a test for him will this be?
That's a test for our team, not just him. I mean, I'm trying to get these guys by being excited about winning and being excited about us getting better. Yesterday, I kind of hit him in the mouth. I think they were like stunned. You get a team down and you have a chance to put them away, you do. And here's why you didn't. And we watched tape and talked about it and said, you got to get off this while we won and get on to let's play at our best. Now, what does that mean in the score? It may be a 4-point win, it may be a 25-point win. But let's play at our best. And let's go out with that mentality. It's just hard for me, after games where, and I hadn't had this many times, teams, they're okay, we're just as good. That usually does not happen. And so, part of that's back on us. I mean, you understand what's out there. I don't want to say lack of respect, but it's not like glowing remarks.
So when you say you hit him in the mouth yesterday, you mean
I just
in
told
what
him
you
the
said
truth.
to him, or how
I
you
just told him
practiced?
the truth. I just said, you want me to sit here and BS you, want me to tell you the truth? And it was, it was kind of like slap. Just one guy, just like everybody. But, and then we were going to practice an hour because we traveled back and practice 1 hour and a half because of that. And I told him it's, part of our issue is the focus we have at times on that court. We just lose you have to have a sense of urgency and a sense of purpose on each possession. And we don't always do it. Guys will stop and they'll point and they'll go guard their man that came off the screen, or stop playing, the guy back cuts. And we told him, Vandy's going to try to trick you into baskets. And they did. They probably got 20 points on trick. You get beat because they're better than you. They execute, not trick you into a layup or a slip into a dunk, those kind of things, and we had gone over it. Obviously, we didn't have a whole lot of time, but you have to be focused, and we're not quite ready for that yet.
What did you think of what Derek Payton Saturday?
He didn't shoot the ball well, but I liked his post feet. I like his size on the court. He hadn't been shooting the ball well in practice, probably because he hadn't been playing. He didn't think it was important. One night I found out it was important. But I told him, I said, you and Jared, it's important that you guys are ready. And that, I had told him for a week, I'm going to try to put you in games. If they're smothering Julius and he's kicking it out and guys are missing, I'm putting you in. Get in there and make shots. And his teammates are even telling him when they throw it to him, shoot it. We know you can shoot it. So
I guess you like hearing that Derek said that he was in here from midnight to 1:30, working on that shot and just trying to keep.
Her Don was in here. We're getting to where they understand there's. Look, I told the story. I had Tyreek Evans, and Tyreek really struggled early now. I'm just telling you. We're like, 1 year, we're going to have this kid for 4 years. I mean, it was ugly. And it started getting better. We put the ball in his hand, but he knew, man, I got a long way to go. He slept in the practice facility. We had a lounge, that he had a lounge chair. He put a pillow and a blanket, and 2 to 3 times a week he slept in the practice facility. Now, granted, the housing was 7 blocks away. This housing is 12 steps, okay? He still didn't want to walk 7 blocks. He said, I'll sleep here. I got to get up at 8 anyway. So guys have to be that committed and driven, and when you are, you don't let go of the rope. Someone comes in to take it, you work too hard. I haven't invested too much. You're taking this from me. You ain't taking this from me. I don't care how hard you play, how much you foul. It doesn't matter. You're not taking it if you're invested. If you're not invested, you're only doing what you're being told to do. You basically say, no, don't go crazy. Just take it. You're losing your mind. Here, take it. And so guys got to be more invested in this, and they're beginning to be.
That's going to be harder to do, isn't it, with classes starting? And
Brandon did it. Brandon did it. Depends, you know. How much do you have to play video games? Really? Got to get those 2 hours of video in, or how are you going to live? You're going to be on your phone 3 hours reading everything. I mean, that's tough. I mean, I cannot give up my video games. So, I mean, there are things you got to look at and say, what am I going to give up to make sure? All I know is Brandon was a straight A student, and when I walked in this building at 12 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock at night from recruiting, he was in there. And he's up there scoring 30. Think about it. And he's skinnier than anybody we have on this team. So again, it's just the breakfast club, those kind of things, but it cannot come from me. Because if you drag them, they become exhausted. If they do it themselves, they become inspired. Now you can encourage it, but that's the best you can do. If it comes from them, they're inspired. If it comes from me, he's killing me, dying, oh my gosh.
Kevin, you talked about finishing games in the last 305. Free throw shooting was not good at all. Is that part of this as well, not hitting free throws?
No, I made two guys shoot the ball. Really, all three. I made us throw the ball to Willie because I wanted him to get fouled. I made Alex go. I called high five, and I wanted him to shoot a free throw. Julius, we ran the play for him to come back and get fouled to make the free throw. So some of it is, you know, again, a little closer, I probably wouldn't have done that. We'd probably have gone to somebody else. But with the score the way it was, I wanted those guys in those situations to know, you're going to get the ball. You got to have, you know, the mindset that I'm not worried about missing. I'm going to make it. We're still not quite there.
Do you like those cards?
Julius has to practice as hard as he's playing, get to that cramping
Yep.
practice. Can he do that often? Can he do that every day?
Now, well, everything we do is just high energy. It's not long. And, you know, there are times he backs up. Now, he's still going hard, but he's not like he's playing. So just, you have to do it. I mean, he's got to get to that point. He's got to push himself and try to get yourself to cramp in practice. Mike, does that make sense to you? Just make yourself cramp in practice. Now, maybe you don't have the anxiety, but if you go that hard and you don't cramp, you're going to go in the game knowing I can do this.
Do you like the minutes that Calipari's given you?
He's done fine. He's done fine. I want to make sure we're still engaged with Marcus Lee because he's been way better in practice. Willie's playing so well, and Dakari's doing, you know, there's not space for three of them right now. You know, this could be an energy game. This could be one of those games where he plays because of his energy. But we'll see.
And I remember you saying about wanting the guys to play instinctually. Does the 40 minutes of hell style sort of bring more of that to the surface potentially?
I don't know. I mean, you know, I've played against Arkansas a bunch, whether I was at Memphis or here, and it mostly affects who you have on your team. You have to have tough, strong-willed players. Those guys will give themselves a chance to win. If you go in there with any kind of, if you're timid in any way, they'll overrun. That's how they play. But they're not the only team that plays that way. There are a lot of teams that come after you, and they're flying and being aggressive and playing. And you'll have opportunities, and they'll make some crazy shots. You just got to keep playing.
Are you confident they're prepared for the atmosphere?
I don't know. I mean, it's Arkansas doesn't know this yet, but the T-shirt company I own, I went out and bought a T-shirt company because everybody's blue, blackouts, whiteouts, yellowouts. I said, sure. I'm just kidding.
It's actually towels. You better get a towel company.
Is it towel?
I believe so. It's white towels.
Okay, look at towel company.
Do you like those 9 o'clock starts? Does that change the mentality? How you guys go about it?
It's 8 o'clock our time, so, you know, we're not getting down there till tonight. It's not, just coming back, they'll get back here late, they got class tomorrow, it'll be tough that way. You know, we wish it was earlier so they could get back and not have a 8 o'clock issue where they've had 3 hours sleep and have to go to their classes. But